Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 5 and 6 today, a session I've been watching of 2 episodes. That's gonna be great. Even more with this Season 2, which is full of surprises. Like, let's say it like that. If you would have told me at the end of the Season 1 that I would begin this Season 2 with a thorfinn with a slave who looks so empty and all, like, maybe I could have imagined, how he's feeling, but really for him to be a slave, I'm still wondering how it happened truly. We didn't have the answer about that. Because again, end of the Season 1, okay, Askeladd is dying, okay, you couldn't have your revenge, the one that you want this entire years, and because of that you never imagined a life for yourself, you never imagined doing something else, or maybe you're feeling ashamed, you're feeling empty, you're feeling like you dishonored your family, your dad, something like that. I can understand, all of these feelings right now, but I can't understand why he is a slave right now, because Canute told him, I understand your pain, I understand, your sadness, I give you the choice, you can go away. So, what? Really? What? What happened? I'm pretty sure that he couldn't come back home, thorfinn, and when I'm saying he couldn't, it's more like he didn't want to come back home. Like, he can come back home whenever he wants. Like, really, he's so strong now, he's so clever, it has been entire years, really, like, that he's like that, but no, he was staying with Askeladd to have his revenge. So it was a choice that he made to not come back home. When Leif appeared, who wanted to take him back home, who told him that his mother is really waiting for you, is really feeling sick, thorfinn really ignored it. Again, I think because he wanted this revenge against Askeladd more than anything, to honor the memory of his dad, all of that I can understand, and I'm seeing it also since a long time, because emotionally he's still a kid and he's still blocked on that moment, on really seeing his dad dying and the fact that he couldn't do anything about it during that moment. I think also with what we discovered during the previous episodes, these nightmares which are haunting him, with all of these enemies attacking him, but also him defending himself and killing people, including that lady who didn't do anything wrong against him, that he's also dealing with guilt. Like, maybe he didn't come back home also because he's feeling ashamed for sure of not having his revenge, but also of everything that he did, all of the persons that he killed, what he became, and that's why he doesn't want to come back home. Like, it would be too much for his family couldn't understand him, under him even, maybe. But yes, how did you become a slave? What happened, I'm still wondering about that. These nightmares were really cool, to discover that thorfinn is dealing with that guilt. The fact that into these nightmares he still represents himself as a kid. What did I say? What am I saying? Since maybe episode 5 of the Season 1, emotionally he's still a kid, and that's why into his dreams each time for things, he's representing himself as a kid, not as who he is right now. Ha! Really, this anime each time is proving me that I'm right to think so. The last episode was really great, really deep. Really, for me, it was lessons of life for thorfinn. First, we had Snake, who proved him that, in fact, deep inside, he still wants to live. Snake said something about your body still wants to live, your body has that instinct to defend itself and all. I think that also his mind knows that it's not okay to die right now, his time is not for now. He just needs to find a reason to live, to fight again, to be free again, to come back home, please. We'll see about it. And we had also that moment with Einar who understood that Thorfinn was a warrior, like the warriors who came to kill his family, his mother and his sister. And really I was so surprised that Einar went for him, to kill Thorfinn. I thought that he would think about it, but he would stop himself, before doing it, and in fact not at all. Like really, he went for it, and it's during the action that he stopped himself. But really, he went for it at the beginning. That was a surprise for me. But at the end, the fact that Einar is saying, "You're not really the one who killed my family, so it would be stupid to kill you, and no matter what, I understand that you had a rough past, a rough journey, I understand that you suffered also, and it's kind of your punishment." Like, he didn't say it with these words, but we could understand with his words that he understood the situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are beginning this episode, with them not being friends, but being close like usually. I wouldn't be surprised. Einar has a crush on a girl. Olmar is a stupid boy who doesn't know how to fight. But what is gonna happen really during this episode? The 2 episodes that I'm gonna watch today. Maybe we're gonna learn more about Snake, The fact that he's so respected by his men, they're so afraid of him and all, when he doesn't appear like someone really dangerous, but at the same time he had Askeladd's eyes when he attacked Thorfinn, and you know how much I loved Askeladd, so clearly it means a lot for me that he has these eyes, and I'm really more interested by his character now. Okay, I'm gonna begin this episode right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have this episode earlier, we have 4 episodes of advance. 4 episodes of advance on my Patreon, which means 2 weeks of advance. And it's really an advantage that I want to give you on my Patreon to thank you, to be there on my Patreon, also to encourage you to join me on my Patreon, but it's also my way to thank you, to be there, to support me, to encourage me to continue my channel and my videos. So you have that advantage to have 4 episodes of advance. You have the reaction part in full opacity, you have a longer reaction part, and sometimes even the full reaction part. And for Vinland Saga, I put a lot of full reaction part. So if you can be interested to have all of these advantages, you can join me on my Patreon. Or, the other way to say it, it's if you're joining me on my Patreon, if you're supporting me, it's gonna be really appreciated, and I'm gonna thank you by giving you all of these advantages and other ones, like I'm giving other advantages also. Let's go for this episode. We're with Canute. Thorkell? Are you there? Yes! You have new hair. Reliving that scene, like, is it haunting you? I was such in a denial when it happened, like when I think about it again. I really focused on this king being killed, your dad being killed. Oh, I miss you, Askeladd, I miss you.
デンマークとイングランドが再び剣を交える事態に陥った。
Okay.
亡命先のノルマンディーから舞い戻り、福井を果たしたエセルレッド2世。
そりゃあ略奪でしょう。おじきの中から売れそうな娘を探してるんで。
禁じたはずだ。あの者たちの首をはねて道にさらせ。
しかし、戦利品の収集は
A bad one!
分立を守れぬ者は我が兵ではない。
Thorfinn never discovered the truth about you. Are you really loyal to the new king, Floki? Hmm. Ah. Thorkell? I don't understand. You were working for him, with him before? Even after Askeladd dying and oh, we saw it. What happened? Okay, but why? He betrayed you? Truth is not into his vocabulary. Nah. No, you want also to discover what a true warrior is, remember? I love that you hate Floki, that you don't respect him. Huh? You think so? I trust, you know, Thorkell judgment about people. Not about things, but about people. I trust his judgments. You're interested by that? That attitude? Really? You're bringing more money and oh, you're interested by that, Canute. Clearly they lied to you because they could have had all of that before, but you're never gonna accept, you're just playing with him. Okay, you're dead. That's when you're gonna prove me, Canute. Are you a dictator now? A coward, someone not loyal. He's offering you an exit, you know, a way out of this situation. Boy?
黒木、この陣は小心者ではないようだぞ。なかなか。
さて、お試しの勝手はいかがですか。
Eat?
でよ、エアドリク殿。
I think that it's a way to kill people. Maybe I'm gonna come back on what I just said about him not being a dictator.
やれ。
これは何をしている。クヌート。死ね。あれを。
God. Ah!
クヌート。何の合図だこれは。
世と戦うとはこういうことだ。想像するがいい、エアドリク。たった今。マーシアは灰に帰した。
Ah, it's not signals, it's villages burning and all.
世がその気になれば、貴様らを焼き尽くすことなど造作もないのだ。
Oh, that's what you want to tell him, like it can happen. I'm not sure. You know, is it truly happening or is it a threat?
エセルレットの首を差し出して安寧を変え、それが利口だ。
Canute, if you truly did it, that's it, I'm putting you into the dictator box, you know, because okay, you offered him a way out, but you're still destroying all of these villages and all. If it was a threat, I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe not. Okay, they did it. He died. Did he have kids?
エゼルレッドの死後、その息子エドモンドが王位を継承する。7ヶ月後の同年11月、擁没する。
Oh, you don't like that. You're not fighting, you're just making plans.
スベン王でも10年かかった国取り合戦が3年足らずで終わっちまった。クヌートの話し合いや酒がまずくなる。
What about your brother, Canute? At some point he's gonna reappear.
1018年、クヌートは正式にイングランド王となる。
And now? It's so weird to see him, you know, with a bird. Okay. Ah, I'm divided about Canute. I'm divided because, you know, making all of these fights, you know, conquering these territories, for him it's more like having them back, something like that. And we saw that while he was doing it, he was not okay with his guys acting like that, you know, treating women like that, but also stealing stuff and all, and that really just... He didn't give them the choice of leaving the army or not. It was really like just, oh, you're gonna get killed. But that's something good, you know, like he wanted to go to war, to fight, to have these lands back and all, for sure. But he wanted to do it in a good way, if there is really a good way to make war to someone. Meaning by that once you conquer a land, you're not gonna destroy everything which was on it, you're not gonna kill, torture, rape, steal, you know, do all of that to people who were living right there. So for that I can appreciate it. And into, you know, that thing that I have since a long time with Canute, you know, it has been a long time that I'm telling you, Canute, with all of that dream about making this place, this world, a dreamland, you know, making it paradise, basing all of that on his faith, on a, you know, a religious reveals, you know, something like that. I have the impression that Canute at any moment can switch on a dictator era, you know, role. So I was waiting to see how he would be after the king, you know, Sweyn being dead, how he would become, you know. I was waiting for that. So having an entire episode about him, I'm glad. Having this episode beginning with that, beginning with Canute not being okay with his guys committing all of these crimes during this war, I'm like, okay, it's 1 point for you, Canute, to not go on the dictator path, you know, okay, that's cool. After that, when he was playing with that guy, you know, telling him, no, that's not enough money. And you know, with that attitude also I was like, Canute, really, you're interested by money? That's not how I think that you're doing your stuff. That's not really how I think that you're doing your stuff. So after that, when the guy brought more money and Canute didn't care about it, I was like, that's it. I have the confirmation that you're just playing with him, but it's really not nice. So maybe it's something, you know, for the dictator pass. A point for that one. So I was waiting, you know, where are you going with that, truly? And then when he made that entire speech, you know, about you can come with me if you want, like really giving to that guy a way out. Like, your son just said something really that I don't appreciate, but I'm not gonna kill him like that. I'm really giving you a way out. You can be still on your land, you can be still alive also, and just you have to be loyal to me from now on, and you have to give me also some help to kill these other guys, you know, like the one who is claiming to be the king when it's really me the king in fact. You know, giving all of that speech, I was like, okay, one other point about you're not a dictator right now because you're giving him a way out, it seems fair and all. After that, when he took him out, I was like, that's it. You're gonna kill him out of there, you're gonna burn him, like there is something like a torture thing, a new way of killing people, you know. I want to test that on him, you know, that's what they said. Maybe it's a good time to test it. I was like, okay, it's gonna be that. So, you know, I was like, am I gonna give 1 point to the dictator pass, in fact? Because the guy didn't want to go with Canute at all. For now, it's 1 point, 1 point. The dictator pass, the good king pass, 1 point, 1 point. No, 2 points because you gave a way out to the guy. The guy was like, no, I'm not gonna follow you. Then I thought that we would have another point for the dictator pass because I thought that you would torture him. But in fact, no. So I was like, okay, still 2 against 1. Okay, it's great. And really what happened right there with the signals and all, I'm really like, I'm not sure. Like, did you threaten him of really turning his entire place into ashes, destroying all of this village? Did you just prove him that you have such a big army that you can be at all of these different places and you can attack them? Like, it's so easy for you? Was it a threat? Or in fact, did you really do it? Like, because you sent that signal, all of your guys out there saw it and all of them attacked these villages and really turned them into ashes and destroyed all of these villages. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of what truly happened right there. And see, it could be 1 point for the dictator pass or 1 point for the regular pass. So I'm still 2 against 1, but it can be in fact at the end 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 1. So I don't know about it. No matter what it functioned, because clearly after that the other king died. Some months after that his son died and you managed to take the throne. So now that you're on the throne, I'm gonna have my answer, you know, because that's it. You can say that you made all of these fights, you made all of these cruel decisions and all of that because it was a time of war and because you needed to do it, you know, it was something which was needed to be done and all, it's really war war stuff, war business, it has to be like that. Now that you're on the throne, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna be your first decisions as a king? And all of that dream about making all of this territory, you know, a paradise, what are you gonna be your decisions to make it a paradise? That's really gonna determine what king you're gonna be and if he's gonna be a dictator or not at the end. We'll see about it. Thorkell, I'm really not surprised that Thorkell doesn't appreciate what Canute is doing right now. Like, he's following you because he's so into your eyes, into your look. Thors' eyes and look about what a true warrior should be, about the fact that you understood something that Thorkell never understood. So that's why he chose to follow you. But the fact that because of you he can't have any fight, you're making plans to take the throne and you're not getting the throne by good fights, you know, by good war stuff, like really just by sneaky plans, clearly Thorkell can't appreciate that. And right now he's mad at Canute, but I think that for now he's not gonna be like, that's it, I'm gonna betray you, I'm gonna go on the other side and something like that. I don't think so. And really I said it during the episode when Thorkell talked like that to Floki. Thorkell might not be the most clever guy, like truly. He doesn't know when to shut his mouth, he's really just going with his animal instinct, you know, and he just wants to fight, and that's all. But still he has that thing about understanding what a true warrior is, that it's haunting him, and that's something deep in fact about him. So yes, maybe not the most clever guy, but he's not stupid. And even more than that, I would always trust Thorkell with his judgments on people, not on things, you know, not on the context, not on which side he has to fight for, not that, but on people, how he feels about people. I would always trust Thorkell with that. So right there, for him to react like that in front of Floki, I was glad. Ragnar's brother, I can understand why Canute trusts him. I don't trust him. I don't think that he's someone really bad, a villain, that is preparing something, you know, against Canute or anything like that, but I think that if at some point he can see that his best interest is to leave Canute to switch, he's gonna do it. Like, I don't trust his loyalty for him to be loyal to Canute. We'll see in the future if I'm right or wrong about that. Okay, that was a good episode. I'm gonna watch right now a new one for you. It's gonna be in another video. Remember that if you're watching this on YouTube, you can already have my reactions and my thoughts about the 4 next episodes, in case you'll be interested by that. And yes, it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.